show from JoinMyTrip. I welcome all the remote workers and digital nomads and the ones that want to become any of these to this show, because this is going to be the top one show with all information you need when you want to plan your remote work trip, or when you're already remote working, or when you're digital nomad. Whatever has to do with co-working, remote work, this is the right place to be for you. So maybe just quick insights. JoinMyTrip, why do I talk about co-working? JoinMyTrip is a platform where you can find your travel buddies for the next trip. So the new thing is that you can not only find travel buddies, but you can also find co-workers for your next co-working trip that you're planning in future. Or you can just check out which co-working trips we do have online and just join any of these. And the last shows we talked about the history behind those co-working trips. We talked about how to find the perfect co-working buddy or travel mate. And today I want to talk with you about how to convince your boss that you're able to work remotely, or that you're allowed to work remotely. Because at the moment things have changed a bit, so there might be a few out there that are stuck in home office for like a long time already. Maybe your office doesn't even exist anymore. Maybe your whole team is remotely and you're just stuck alone at home. And why would you do that like alone at home? And I'm probably assume that you're missing your colleagues, your social contacts, when you can work from anywhere in the world, where you might have like sea view behind your laptop, or whatever, like a palm tree in front of your head when you wake up. So they are like way nicer spots to be in, like rather than like a gray place that you might be. For example, for me, I'm in Germany at the moment and it's quite rainy and gray outside, so I can imagine better places to work from at the moment. So I want to give you some arguments that you can tell your boss why you should work remotely. The first argument would definitely be that you will be more motivated when you're working remotely, because the fact that you will probably stay with somewhere where it's nice and warm, the sun will just make you more active. You will, if you have sea view, if you start your morning with a run at the beach or whatever, you will just feel way more motivated to also get your work done. And of course, when you're motivated, your results are getting better, and you also have a positive impact on the rest of your team when you have like Zoom meetings or video calls, and if you give like a positive attitude, that always helps the whole team. The second argument would definitely be that a change of environment is always good to get your head free and to become creative and just more productive. The day that you start changing your environment, you have another desk, you have everything basically in a change, then you will definitely be more creative, because your mind will have like a different, you will have a different setup, and you will realize that your brain starts to think a bit more creative. And of course also your productivity will go up, because you will be like pumped, okay, I want to finish work because I want to get out of the beach, I want to whatever. You will be more productive because you will be more focused, because it's not like at home everything can distract you, like I don't know, the kitchen or whatever. And on a remote co-working trip there will be no distraction. And of course the other reasons would also be that you can do networking when you're in the destination. So networking is something that is important for every job, because there is always something that can help you, and the big network will always help you along the way. Let's say, I don't know, you're a marketing manager of any company, and then in your co-working crew there's another marketing guy or girl, and you can just exchange your knowledge, and you will just learn from each other, and like also share skills. And this is also something that can help you a lot and will also benefit your company, because if you start getting better at what you're doing and like sharing tips with other remote professionals and all that kind of stuff, you will also deliver better results. So this is like definitely a win-win situation. And besides this, in the most, let's say, famous co-working places, like for example, I don't know, Algarve, Lisbon in Portugal, or Madeira, Gran Canaria, and all the other places that are at the moment kind of like a lockdown, there are amazing communities and great communities of remote workers that have been living in the place or are there. And usually you can find like many meetups where you can just find people to share your skills, and like maybe there's a meetup to share skill sessions, whatever. And also, of course, your co-workers are also always good to share your skills. So when you're a trip leader, for example, you can also choose which kind of trip mate you want and pick the one that you want to share your skills with, or the skills that you would like to have. And of course, on the other hand, when you're a trip mate and just join any already existing co-working trip, you can just check which other trip mates are joining, and then find your skills or the skills that they provide in the group. And of course, let's say, I don't know, of course you have the weekends to explore. So basically your weekend is what you usually do on vacation, but it feels like vacation on the weekend. So in your free time, you have the freedom to explore do a great hike, or enjoy the sun at the beach, or get to know new people and all of that. And this will also motivate you again, and to know that you have this freedom to work and to combine work with your new life and the new destination will again motivate you. So as you can see, there are already a lot of things that will just benefit your boss if he lets you work remotely. And of course, you will just be more happiness and confident, whatever. And the other thing that you could also do is just go co-working with your team, or maybe go co-working with another person from your company that you don't know so good, and then you can just also use this co-working experience to for team building and to just get closer to each other. Because of course, if you will live in a destination or share like a house and share living and working spaces with other remote professionals from your company, and maybe also other ones from different companies, you will just get closer to each other, because you're like a little co-working family, which is also always really nice. And I mean, basically having the option to work remotely, you can see it a bit as a salary rise, because that's also usually motivates you a lot, and you get wow, this is amazing. And again, we are again at the point where it's all about motivation and confidence and happiness, and this will all result in your results, which will benefit your boss. So this is actually, there's only win for your boss, and of course also only for you. So I mean, if you say, okay, I'm gonna give it a try, I can just tell you from my personal experience, a really good friend of mine, she is working at a really big German company, and they're in lockdown in home office since ages, a year already almost, and since Corona started. And she was always yeah, I can't do this, I can ask my boss, he's so stubborn, and I can do this. I was hey, if you don't ask, you will only get a no. So just, if you're doubting, if you're worried about if you could ask your boss or not, don't think about it. Of course, think about it and prepare your arguments and stuff, but just ask, because if you not ask, you will only get a no. And if you have all those good arguments prepared, there will only be a yes from your boss. And of course, you can always give it a try, and you can just be okay, let's try it for 2 weeks or something. So definitely, I can only recommend, because my friend, today she talked with her boss, and he was yeah, sure, no problem, you can do it. And she was wait, what? That was so easy, why didn't I do that earlier? Because I always invited her to she was hey, you have to come to Portugal, this will help you so much, because she was so sad in home office. And now she's able to go co-working, and she's the most happy person ever. She's already starting to check out the trips, to join my trip and whatever. So this is maybe just a little story I want to share with you, because I want to motivate you guys to just do it. Ask your boss and live this amazing co-working experience that will just motivate you from the bottom to the top. And so if you're now motivated to maybe ask, you have two options on JoinMyTrip how to do it. We offer the platform where you can either find travel buddies or co-working buddies while organizing your first trip as a trip leader and finding your co-working buddies, or you just explore all the co-working trips that we do have on our website. They have a little co-working tag that you can just search for, and then you can just check out. I think at the moment the top destination is definitely Madeira. We have tons of trips online, but also Canary Islands are right behind. We have tons of trips to Tenerife or Gran Canaria, and you can usually choose between 2 weeks or 4 weeks. And the benefit is you will share an amazing villa with other remote professionals, and you will have the best time. So just don't worry, try it, ask, and if you need any help, you can always send me an email if you're not sure about how to do it, blah blah blah, Anna@joinmytrip.com. And of course, don't forget to, if you like this show, and if you like what I'm talking, and if you like the tips that I give you, just give it a thumbs up, follow our account, subscribe, and also check out our other social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're everywhere basically. And we are happy to hear from you. We hope that we can help you a bit. And yeah, having a wonderful week ahead. Have yeah, and also great Christmas. And yeah, just greetings from Germany and to wherever you are at the moment. And just yeah, don't forget, if you don't ask, you will only get a no. Bye.